Well, a live look right now, the traffic on I-5 at Pine Street in Seattle. So when you are out on the road, does it feel like there's more traffic, less traffic? King 5's Glenn Farley's been tracking all of that and tells us how much of it has to do with our stalled economy.
So there was a time when traffic was roaring back as counties started to open up. But as cases started to come back and the opening up of counties was put on pause, traffic growth is stalled. For better or worse, our lives are tied to our cars. Our businesses are often tied to trucks, big and small. So could traffic changes reflect what's happening in our economy? This is an active representation of traffic statewide maintained by Washington's Department of Transportation. You can see that dip. That's when COVID and stay-at-home orders took 60% of the traffic off the road. But keep following that line out. Since around the third week of June, it's remained virtually flat. Traffic is no longer off by 60%, but it's consistently down about 12 to 18% from where we were back in 2019.
What does that say to you?
Well, I think we are living in the economy that we have.
Chris Mefford is an economist with community attributes and is connected with the UW's Foster School of Business.
So a lot of the change that we have seen happen to reopen much of our economy is kind of where it's at now. And it definitely is plateauing, and I'd expect it to be that way for quite some time.
But being down around 15% is just an average. It isn't even. Take the floating bridges. 520 is off more than 40%, I-90 off more than 20%. And think Microsoft.
What that's telling me is that it's easier for those people to work from home.
Morgan Balo studies all of this as a traffic engineer for WashDOT.
But you see more traffic down around Featherway than you would up towards Linwood.
But Mefford says looking forward, watch the trucks.
That level of activity associated with freight is really helpful because that's the productivity part of the economy that we want to pay attention to.
By the way, the Department of Transportation does track truck traffic. Also, when it comes to 520 bridge being down so far, remember that bridge is tolled, and without that much traffic on the streets, that toll is easy enough to avoid. By the way, tolling revenues overall down about 40%. In Linwood, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.